and you don't want to have that conversation
We're
on the
not gonna have this.
internet.
I know.
I was gonna say if you
I don't agree with myself.
good, good. At least you can live with that. Like if you were so against something about yourself, but you weren't accepting of it, how treacherous would your life be on a daily basis?
I'm Indian, so not a big fan of those guys.
All right. Um, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of On It. We are here. We are back. Now I could sit here and pretend like this is my first time doing this intro, but it's not because we kind of started an episode maybe a day ago. We weren't able to finish that one, so
We
we are
weren't.
back. We decided, let's just film a new one. We didn't get too far into anything, but
What was it? 15 minutes in.
like 10.
I went fucking
Like
stupid.
like 7 minutes in.
Fucking
Not
idiot.
nothing crazy. But really all we were talking about was the fact that me and you are now officially both in off-season mode.
Of course.
As fans, we're in off-season mode. We got
Of
the
course.
Super Bowl left, but Ravens been out. Washington officially out. Y'all, that's what we got to talk about. We got to talk about Philly and Washington.
Yeah.
That's I don't even know. I don't know because you as a Washington fan, I do not know, like, percentage wise, how much you actually believed in your prediction.
Yeah. What's weird is that I did believe in it, and I definitely did not believe in the Detroit pick, but I believed. I didn't. I definitely believed in the Bucks pick for sure. Um, I didn't think that game was going to be easy by any means, but Detroit definitely had no chance we were going to win that game unless we pulled off a perfect win, which we did. Um, but I mean, I was more confident in this win, but I mean, the second Saquon got loose, and then that was just
I
right to the
mean,
gut.
you mean like the literal second
The literal
Saquon
second.
got loose? I mean, bro,
But
it
it
was
was like
like
it wasn't even like the second that he got loose. Like it was like the first tackle he broke. I was like, he's gone. It's over.
yeah. Now here's the thing: when you look at like total yardage,
Yeah, no.
that first play was a
The
big chunk
majority
of
of his
it.
yardage. But I mean,
Um,
he touched the ball 2 times and scored 2 touchdowns.
Also,
But
when
what
you look
what
at
really pissed me off was that they didn't really have to give that bitch to him.
well, here's the thing: what I'd be pissed off about, and you kind of got hit with like some of that Ravens funk, and y'all were hurting yourselves more than they were hurting you.
Of course,
I
the
mean, there
whole
were
game.
multiple times where I thought like, all right, it's still a game. Y'all are right back in
Well,
it.
it was what 14-3. I think we scored. I
Mm-hmm.
can't remember, but no,
It was.
we had the ability to take the lead and do this and do that, and it was just fumble after fumble, man.
I believe y'all were down like what 12 after that Jaden Daniels touchdown, the
Yeah,
rushing touchdown, something
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
I still had faith then, especially if y'all got the ball back.
Exactly.
That was the Austin Eckler fumble.
The Eckler fumble. Yeah.
That's an Austin Eckler fumble, and we still don't know what a catch is.
No.
Because and I mean at this point we gotta make some merch or something, just about something
What's a catch?
regarding just a catch, because I mean every single week, every at least one time this episode this season, excuse
Mm.
me, all season, one time every episode, I feel like we had an example of what is going on, why is this a
Yeah.
catch, and or why is that not a catch.
What's funny is like I think if you ask people like what a catch is, and if people give different definitions or whatever, you can show evidence of things that aren't catches that were called catches, and then it's like, I mean, it's like a judicial system where it's like if that's a catch, then that has to be a catch down the road, and it's
Oh, you can counter
precedents are set.
any completion or incompletion. You can
Yeah,
counter with an example of the opposite
exactly,
easily.
exactly.
And now it's Austin Eckler, who now at the end of the day, there's some people. Now here's my problem: there's certain people who are like, "Duh, it's a fumble." It's like, no, Like, let's
It's not
talk
dumb.
about
No.
I hate the duh shit. It's like
Yeah.
let's not pretend like there's not this very gray area of, well, did he have control?
Yes.
Did the ball help? Did the ground help catch? Did the ball hit the ground? But did it help? Did it help him maintain possession of it?
Yes.
He got 2 feet in. One shin is 2 feet.
Yep.
One cheek is 2 feet.
Yep.
2 feet on top of each other is 2 feet. 2 feet, two of the
1
same
foot.
foot twice
1 foot twice is not 2 feet.
is not. I mean, and it's just, you would think, I don't know, like you'd think at some point, maybe like if I can't now. I'll say what I was gonna say, but in my head I already argued against it, and it was gonna be like, maybe if that Des catch happened now,
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
it was during a time where social media was getting there.
Yes.
It's not where it was today.
No.
But it was on the. I mean, it was obviously heading towards its prime.
But
and I wonder how much they would have looked into sharpening these rules or finding the fine lines of what a catch is in the off season, or just would have ignored
well,
it.
I think that if that happened now, I mean, I think it would just fall into the ether of all of the other weird catches and shit. Like back then, that was like no one really knew, but then it was also like an important game and a crazy occurrence or whatever. But now this happens weekly. It's like, what the fuck is that? They're like, oh, it's a catch.
See,
but
but
like, no, it's not. It's this whole thing that there's so many of these occurrences now.
that's my thing though. This year, it's been like egregious.
Yeah.
And I think if we would have gotten to a point where a game was on the line and something like this, like a Des Bryant situation, were to happen,
Sure.
I feel like it would have been, all right, we've had this problem all year.
Yeah.
And now we're in the playoffs where every single call matters. Y'all got to be damn near perfect.
Yep.
Or one call can change the entire game.
Yeah.
Now, the same problem we've had all regular season is deciding games in the playoffs. I feel like it would suck if it took something in the Super Bowl to happen. In an odd, which
see, but it's weird in this state of the league because it's like with the Xavier Worthy catch, it's like, was that a catch or was that Chiefs bias? Like, if something happens for the Chiefs, if something happens in the Super Bowl, is it not a catch because it's the Eagles? Is it a catch because it's the Chiefs? Is it this because it's that? And there's so many different things happening right now that
I don't know.
I don't think this game is going to change anything with that,
but it's really not that hard to go into have a couple meetings over the off season and really define what a catch is.
Yeah.
Because they're already they're already planning on letting New York decide pretty much everything. If they want to step in, they're going to be able to. It seems like we're heading that way.
Of course.
And I would really hope that it would be the same thing for this.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't know. I don't think we'll ever. I'm gonna have to agree with you. I don't think we'll ever get to a point where something like that will be fixed. But if they're gonna talk about addressing officiating, I feel like this is pretty.
I mean, maybe one of the most important parts of the game.
It's pretty important.
What a catch is.
And it's pretty simple.
Because they've defined what a throw is and what a fumble is, and almost what a fumble is. But
we forgot establishing yourself, what a football move is.
Well, yeah, and
I mean now
like the Eckler thing. I think rewatching it, that is a fumble, but it is weird that like he stood up, but he didn't move anywhere.
But that's
all
what I'm
he
saying.
Did was stand straight up.
Just standing up counts as a football move.
Yeah. I guess.
But one step, but I'm saying so 2 steps is a football move, one step isn't, just getting up is a football.
But what if you get up on 1 foot?
Now, what if
your other foot down?
What if he caught it and then as he got up was like bobbling it?
Exactly.
And got it hit it. Like, so is that he didn't maintain possession while getting up.
Did he switch hand?
So is it a football move if he doesn't have possession? Like we don't know.
Yeah.
And I mean, between officiating being horrible, the rules obviously not being addressed in the offseason or
Yeah.
just, and I would imagine it's probably hard to, you know, have everybody agree on like, this is gonna be a
Yeah,
catch
but
and this is gonna be that.
the NFL makes rules about things all the time. I'm not sure it has to be fully agreed upon by every owner or whatever the fuck, but I mean, yeah, just define what the fuck a catch is. If it doesn't work, change it.
Well, and then I mean, a lot of these receivers are what used to getting 1 foot in bounds in college.
Yeah,
A lot of these players are used to not being able to get back up if they fall down and not getting touched.
exactly.
Clock management is different in college football. I mean, it's just there's a lot that could help. I don't think much is going to be done about it, especially okay, Chiefs, for example.
Hmm.
If they do make some hard stance on what a catch is and what it isn't, then
Yeah,
they would have to go against the Chiefs and
exactly.
call that help the Chiefs. If
Exactly.
the NFL is this super biased, rigged league, there's no way they're going to do that. Now, me personally, I might have to agree with like you've been texting me all week or all like since that weekend, like every time we talked about it, you're like it's rigged. The
Yeah.
NFL's rigged, and I still not
Well,
buying into
no,
that.
and I think I mean the viewership came out on the NFL is benefiting from both good and bad publicity. Um, but yeah, the viewership came out on the AFC Championship game. It's the most watched AFC Championship game since fucking 1988 or whatever. And I think that because the whole world is waiting, hoping for the Chiefs to lose at some point, hoping for this bullshit to be up, and they just keep winning. And what makes me
Well,
like last year it was convincing, like you could convince me that the Chiefs were the better team or whatever. But this year, it's like not once did they turn it on. Not once did they look like a dominant team. Not once did Patrick Mahomes look like he was a force to be reckoned with. He looked like a top 6 or 7 quarterback this year, not a top 2. So it's just hard to
but how
wrap your head
dominant?
around.
So how dominant did the Bills look
What, all year?
all year? That game, how
Well,
much
I
did they really impress you?
not that much. I mean,
Okay,
but it's weird. I think that if if Washington lost to Detroit, I think Detroit could have beat Philly. And I think the same
hmm
thing would have happened in the AFC, or could have happened in the AFC.
maybe.
But
I don't
that's
know if
just
the Ravens. I don't know if the Ravens get it done.
no.
The
But I'm
problem
saying that
is
like
the problem is the Chiefs are good,
mhm.
and what I've been saying all year, I'm still standing on. They like, bro, you have to say it with me. They don't have to turn it on.
Ever
They do not have. Have we had to see them
no.
turn it on? They do not have to turn it on. They have
I know, but
simplified it.
is that
They have
because they're so fucking good
yes,
when they're winning games fucking 14-16 and beating the
yes,
fucking
yes,
Broncos on missed field goals? They
yes,
never look good. It's
yes.
just a shame. I just want to see good football. I don't give a shit if the Chiefs win or who wins. I want to see good, hardcore football. And when we get a bunch of bullshit.
It's but here's the thing though. If you really step back and look at it, when you watch this football game, you are you're not gonna care. Now, honestly, I'm gonna appreciate the commentary because I'm not a Tom Brady hater who is doing the Super Bowl.
Sure.
But okay, we don't have to worry about Romo. That's that. Like you got to think,
Yeah.
and what I'm getting at is there's a lot of outside factors that people let affect their Sundays. Like
Of course.
I truly like in the grand scheme of things, when they cut to Taylor Swift during a Chiefs game, it's like okay, whatever.
I
There's
know.
Taylor Swift. Cool. Okay.
It
If
doesn't.
they
It doesn't get
if
it. It doesn't get you under your skin a little bit though.
no, if Tony
Doesn't make you
Romo
hate
if,
women.
if Tony Romo is telling me how good Patrick Mahomes is, dude, he sounds like I mean,
No, it's bad.
there are people on Twitter who have the same exact takes as Tony Romo.
That's true.
There are people on YouTube that have the same takes as Stephen A. Smith. There's the same like I don't like I do not care. Like
Yeah.
you got to think about it like this. Okay, so you got someone like Skip Bayless who's just super over dramatic about everything,
Everything. Yeah.
and anything he loves, and anything he hates, he hates.
I'll tell you what. He loves
Tony
getting his hair
Romo,
done.
stop it. Tony Romo just what kinda likes Patrick Mahomes. Like he likes
Kinda.
okay, but here's the thing though. He's
What did you
never
see the flag thing though?
he's never hold on. He's never going to flat out be like Patrick Mahomes is my favorite and I'll never go against anything he does during a football game. He's a commentator. He's going to have to be somewhat unbiased.
Of course.
But all we're seeing is a quarterback who knows what a great or a legendary quarterback looks like, and he watches Patrick Mahomes play football, and Tony Romo. Now we can sit here and make fun of all he wants. He looks at the game different, and there might be a world where he's just like, "Damn, like I thought I was good. I thought like or like people he played against. I thought Big Ben was good. I thought Drew was good.
Sure.
I'm just sitting in this box. I'm sitting in this box watching this motherfucker every week. I mean, it's just
But I don't think this season, like everyone, all week, all I've heard is like, where does just put Mahomes in the GOAT conversation and this and that? It's like that's cool and all, but when Brady was starting to get put in that GOAT conversation, when he played in 07, he threw 50 touchdowns. And
Mahomes has his 5,050. Does he need to do it every year? If it's simple,
maybe a few times.
Brady didn't have to go fit 5,050 every year. He still got 7 of them.
And he did have Randy Moss, but I mean, I don't know. It's just feels weird.
It's just what it's so maybe you can help me out. Do I feel different just because maybe I'm not as surprised? Like I've been saying this all year, but you've been saying like.
No, we've been saying it too.
Like,
we've been saying
it.
I think everyone's been saying the same
Chiefs
thing.
are going to Super Bowl. They are three-peating. That's what's going to happen.
But
and that's it.
Like, to me, I don't think anyone looks at this team and goes, "That's a dominant fucking team." That team shoe into the Super Bowl if they're like if you change the color on their jersey, and you watched them play football, and you didn't know who they were. You're not going to say they're going to the Super Bowl because of the Chiefs. Because of the Chiefs, they're going to the Super Bowl and this and that, whatever. But I don't know.
Devin,
I mean, maybe it's rigged, maybe it's not. But it's just stupid.
But Devin, if you put any quarterback in a Washington Commanders jersey, you're going to assume he's going to shit the bed. You're going to assume he's going to be one and done. You're going to assume they're going to have 4 wins. Who the fuck knows?
Sure.
You might have a Jaden Daniels pop out. You might. Like, I'm saying, like the Chiefs. It is so oversimplified for them, and they are so like we just all we saw was you got to think about it. It's like all them. It's like okay, think about like Golden State. Do you not remember when Golden State got to the point where it was like, all right.
Well, we knew why they were there.
We knew why we were there, but it got
like
to
I was having this conversation the other day. It was like, Katie did ruin the league,
but. You cannot say that it got to a point where it almost felt boring.
No, for sure it did.
So yeah, but for Golden State it got so damn easy. It got so easy for them.
I've been trying to think back, and it felt this way with Tom and the Patriots for years. I mean, they were in every fucking Super Bowl, and it was over and over again.
And it got too easy. And this is a little bit different because it's obviously the first possible three-peat. But either way, I'm not surprised.
No, this is the second. But no, I mean, they've been to 3 in a row a few times. The Pats.
Who?
The Pats. They didn't win 3 in a row, but they've been to 3 in a row.
What was the third one they lost?
Have they not been to 3 in a row?
I don't think they've been to 3 in a row. Because whoever it was talking about after the Chiefs won or before the Chiefs won.
They won 2 in a row in their first.
No, they said the Chiefs were the first team to win 2 straight Super Bowls and then win an AFC championship and their third. I
Really?
don't think the Patriots went to a third. I could fact check. I could fact check it real quick, but I'm pretty sure.
Well, the Bills went to 4 straight, no?
They went to
But
4 straight.
they didn't win 2 of them. You fucking
No,
jackfuck.
but I don't think anybody's made a third one in a row after winning 2.
Okay.
Patriots won here. I can pull up the Super Bowl history, but I'm almost
Well, that was the last
positive.
time that was the only time they two-peated.
I'm pretty positive it's not.
Three-peated. Am I an idiot? I just said two-peat.
We can go back. New England, and so 04, 05, and then 06 was Seattle, Pittsburgh. They two made it. Yeah, they've never made it 3 in a row.
No, but they two-peated.
Oh no, excuse
They
me.
repeated.
Oh, here
They repeated in 02 and 03.
Here. They
No.
beat. Hold on. They beat Atlanta, lost to Philly the next year, beat the Rams. So they've made 3 in a row, but they didn't win 3 in a row. They won, lost 1.
Gotcha.
So this
They
is
didn't win. They didn't have a chance to three-peat.
This is the first team to win 2 straight Super Bowls and then win the AFC Championship in their 3rd year.
Yeah.
So this, it's.
And I'm going to be honest. I'm pretty sure we felt this way about Tom because it was like, oh, how do they keep getting here? It's Tom Brady. Now, there were some times in this year where it felt a little blatant, where it was like, this team's going to make it, but they're really not good.
I'm not going to lie. I know, I get it. Like, the Chief slander is there. I don't think it's even close to the hate Brady got in the prime.
That's what I'm saying.
The prime Brady hate.
That's what I'm saying. Prime Brady got crazy shit, dude.
But okay,
the Pats hate. People forget that the Pats hate was peak until Brady left in 2020.
Okay, and if we are 12, 13 years later still dealing with this shit, yeah. I'm sure people will be more pissed. I don't know. It's just, and we've kind of talked about both games together, so I'll continue with the Bills and Chiefs,
but the flag. There was no flag thrown on the field, but they got a report about a flag.
You're talking about the
last play of the
yes
when Kincaid drops it.
Mm-hmm.
They go, oh, there's a flag on the play.
Oh wait,
We're being told there's a flag on the play.
Wait, did you say a tight end dropped the pass with the game on the line?
I did, yes.
That's crazy. Has anybody given him the slander? Never mind. Go ahead. Keep it on with it.
I don't know if the slander was the same, but
sorry to interrupt you. Wait. Are you talking about Josh Allen? Did he lose in the playoffs?
He did.
Wait, did he get the same amount of slander as Lamar Jackson? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Lamar lost to Pat last year.
Yeah, but
they're just taking turns on losing to.
And it definitely wasn't his fault. And
no,
here's the thing: in the end of the day,
remember Zay fumbled last year. And
Lamar gets more hate when he loses because more people want to see him win.
Exactly.
And if they don't want to admit it, whatever, y'all want to see him win more.
That's
why y'all don't hate. Because y'all are kind of okay with Josh. If you're not a Bills fan and or a Chiefs hater, you're like me. Like before this season, before Bills Mafia put a bad taste in my mouth for the Bills, and like I wouldn't have really minded Josh Allen losing.
Sure.
And it's like now it's like.
Now it's like I'm not a fan, but it is nice to see him feel the same pain that. They both get to feel that pain every year.
But it's also like, I don't know, you also got the dick riding from Mahomes where it's like, yeah, I'm sad that it had to be me, and sorry it had to be me and all this shit. It's like, none of these quarterbacks are
Who said that?
Mahomes. On beating Josh Allen, he was like, it sucks that it has to be us, blah, 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 all this shit. I'm like, nobody has ever felt bad for beating Lamar. Shit, Chauncey Gardner was talking shit about Jaden Daniels on Instagram Live after the dub.
I hate Mahomes, dude.
Like Chauncey Gardner was on Instagram
he said,
Live.
I'm sorry that it's
like
me.
He said like.
Did you see him? Did you see him when they fucking won?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was gonna celebrate, but
I know, but it was also like this whole
bro, it's fine, bro. Some of these QBs are clipped up. I'm just looking at it like, fake. Just look at the narrative, bro. Look at the narrative. These people are pushing weird ass narratives where, all right, Mahomes feels real bad, and he's this good guy. And what was the narrative a week ago? Lamar Jackson says he doesn't want to be. He's not friends with
He's not.
Josh Allen, and
It's
it's
like
like that's not what he said.
that's not what he said. He was like,
Not
yeah, I
what he
don't.
said at all.
He's like, we're cool. I mean, I don't hang out with him, but
But it's like you see how
he's like, we're competitive. Like that's it.
you see how it is. Luckily to me, it's not just media that votes on
But
MVP. So
I don't know. I mean,
I actually think it is.
there was the. I don't know. This season just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. You know. I don't like it.
I enjoyed it.
I
Shut
think it was
the
a great
fuck
season.
up. You're a Washington Commanders fan.
No,
talking
I
about
don't.
this
I don't care
left
that
a
we
bad
lost.
taste in my mouth. You better.
Honestly, I'm pissed that we got this far.
Y'all got Cliff Stan. Y'all got vets wanting to return. Y'all got a bright ass future. So
We're never gonna win one though, bro.
You don't know that.
It ain't a fair race, brother.
You don't know that.
Hey.
It's not a fair. Oh, it's not a fair race.
We ain't.
So now, so Jalen Hurts is like that. So the NFC. Okay, so
no,
Cowboys.
No, I'm saying
wait. So Cowboys are bouncing back. Cam Ward and/or Shador are going to dominate with the Giants, right? Right. And then what? Y'all just the Eagles or Saquon's just going to play forever. He's going to outplay Jaden Daniels.
I saw a crazy stat. They were comparing Jalen Hurts to Lamar's first 5 years. They're both their first 5 years. And they're like, y'all finally gonna put some respect on Jalen Hurts' name because they picked a few stats where he had like a little bit better stats, and it was like this isn't even fucking close.
I do have a segment planned next episode talking about Jalen Hurts, so I don't want to get too much into that. But his career wise, or like just comparing Lamar to Jalen Hurts,
it was comparing Lamar and Hurts' stats. And I was like, get the fuck out of it. It's not even close.
It's not even close. I mean, it's
even like fuck the stats and shit.
But it's I get it. I understand it. Like I don't have the Jalen hate.
I don't have Jalen hate now.
I don't have the Jalen Hurts hate gene, but
I did start to hate a little bit.
It's like it's pretty clear. Like Lamar is obviously a greater quarterback in terms of just a player, like who's better. Not, okay, team success. Who has more? 2 Super Bowls in
first 5 years. How often was Jalen Hurts put in the MVP conversation?
Wait. Did you say they compared Lamar's first 5 years to Jalen Hurts' first 5 years?
Yes.
Because this is Jalen Hurts' 5th year.
Exactly.
Lamar didn't even barely played his first.
I may have been first year was playing or whatever.
But did they use Lamar's rookie year to 5th year?
Because they probably did because Lamar
that's even worse. That's even a worse example or sample size.
Also,
you should really start with.
I'm forgetting Lamar was hurt.
In one of those, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, no, I need to see that. I need to see that comparison and see exactly what.
Yeah, no, I didn't look too much into it just because I was mad just off the jump. But no, I mean, if you look at if you compare the two quarterbacks, Lamar is way better. Lamar is the reason that his team is so good. Derrick Henry or not. Saquon right now is the reason that his team's so fucking good. He also doesn't have a but they've made one before, but he also doesn't have a Heisman receiver and AJ Brown. So, and never has. Never will get one.
Never has. And people are saying Lad McConkey was snubbed by Zay. So shit. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Same thing happened when y'all drafted Hollywood.
Fuck Hollywood.
No, I know.
Bro backdoored us, and then everybody, and I see all these people on the comments on Instagram like, go win it. We Ravens Nation. Blah, blah, blah. Fuck you. Hey, if you are a Ravens fan out there rooting for ex-Ravens to win, no, there's Ravens fans out here rooting for
Hollywood.
I can't stand. I'm not gonna lie. Like I got players that I like that are on different teams. For different reasons, maybe just because I like them or because they're a Gator or whatnot. But, bro, I'm not going into a Super Bowl going, all right, who used to play for the Ravens?
Fuck no.
All right, that's who I'm rocking with. Fuck.
If the Steelers made it, you're not rooting for fucking PQ out there. It's team first, bro.
Yeah, no,
that's bullshit.
Whatever, But then it's like, oh, y'all. It's whatever.
Also, fuck PQ because he's there dapping everybody up and being all nice, and he's like, "Yeah, I guess I just have to be the villain."
I'm the villain.
Fuck you,
guys. It's just football.
Yeah, bro.
I'll never get over his guys. Guys, it's just football. Also,
Dude, it's just football. I'm just going to the Steelers. Shut up.
we're all over the place with these two games, which I don't even mind because this will probably all just be one whole clip.
Yeah.
But just because I don't want to miss certain things that I felt like were important to talk about in these games. Buffalo and Kansas City, first Buffalo drive, right?
Yeah.
Josh Allen threw 2 interceptions.
Yes.
That game
Yep.
should have been over right there. I mean,
For real.
right there, he threw
Not
2
over,
interceptions. No, like it would have been over. Like he threw an interception, and then he threw another interception. Both of them obviously were dropped because then I had this one guy in the comments. He was like, how could you? That's not even possible. So how could you do
Yeah,
that?"
if they're both dropped.
And I was like, okay, yeah, no. So
He
obviously,
would have thrown one.
like obviously, what I'm saying is he threw 2 passes that could have been interceptions.
Yes.
No, you just got corrected, and now you don't. It's like no.
No.
Like what
your
I'm
brain doesn't
saying
work, buddy.
is like exactly what I'm saying right now again. So if I'm that stupid to say something, I don't know. Either way, he threw 2
It's also
interceptions.
what I've realized. It's hard to like not sound like an asshole when you're texting over like a comment section. Just both ways.
It's pretty easy.
Actually, you're right.
It's pretty easy to.
Yeah.
You could throw in an emoji to make it playful, or you could throw in like people use like it's pretty simple. They'll use punctuation and then try to like
Or
give you
just say words that aren't.
it's a nickname. Like, all right,
Yeah.
bud. Like, yeah, nice try, buddy. Like that
Sure.
shit. It's like, okay,
Sure.
whatever. Oh, you got me.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, okay, sorry. Josh, you're right. There's no possible way he could have thrown 2 interceptions in the same drive.
Yes.
That's on me. I've never watched
My
football
bad.
before. That was my first game. I've never seen one. So now that I figured it out, Josh Allen threw 2 passes that got deflected. There you go.
Yeah.
By both hands. And
He's still dealing with that week 4 concussion.
He's still. Well, I guess you got to give
It was
it to him, bro.
unreported. Do you think
bro.
that they peeled him off the turf just so that he could play the next game and continue that bitch ass streak?
Yeah. Well, and also it's like, come on, he played all year with a broken left hand.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here, dude.
You got to give it to him.
I didn't hear that against Patrick Mahomes.
I'm sorry if you just had
when he's playing Pat, he's full strength.
Ooh,
Josh is full strength.
I don't know. Jordan Love didn't get no excuse.
No.
And I'm pretty sure I don't think he could feel in half his hand.
No, his whole body was fucked up all year.
Mm-hmm.
He was fucked up.
It was, and he don't.
Josh was fine.
Josh is okay. Josh is fine. Is there anything else we missed from these? Anything else we missed from these games? Turnovers killed Ja. We don't know what a catch is. Not surprised. Saquon was unstoppable. Buffalo, Kansas City. Yeah, I mean.
The Philly celebration.
Look, I'm not saying I'm rooting against Philly in this Super Bowl, but for the sake of the communities of Philadelphia,
yeah, dude.
I don't know if
I don't know how healthy.
I don't know what would be worse if they won or lost. Honestly,
I think a win. Like if it's anything like what happened in that win,
it's a win, bro. The NFC. Now, mind you, this was an NFC championship win against the Commanders.
Us, yeah.
Against the
Commanders. We're not the regular fucking Commanders.
No. But like we talked about last episode, these Eagle fans were already celebrating. They are
exactly
like when they were celebrating like they haven't celebrated since the last Super Bowl win.
Exactly.
Which is completely fine, celebrating
the video
the
that
Super
dude.
Bowl. Oh,
just
dude.
Pop.
Yeah, no, I saw that. Yeah.
And a woman drove her car through the crowd, and then some dude climbed the fucking street sign and just ate it. Now he's in the hospital, fucking in a coma.
Yeah, if Philly wins, it's gonna be a nightmare.
I watched the video of a dude doing a backflip. Some dude's filming. He's like, "You're gonna die," and then he does a backflip and just fucking knocks himself out. Completely.
Christ. Yeah, no. Paul George might ask for a trade if they win the Super Bowl, but
PG, I don't know.
What I want to talk about, we haven't really talked about this hiring really since it happened, but there's some conversations being had about the quarterback situation and whatnot, and that's Aaron Glenn the new head coach for the New York Jets. Now at first, and I remember you talking about it, you were like, "Bro is not rocking with Rodgers. Like he's not
From what I've heard, yeah.
coming in there." And I expected that. I
Yeah.
assumed that he was probably trying to come in there with his own guy, maybe, or
Sure.
just somebody else he had in mind. But from what I've seen, and honestly, I'm not too surprised. It's that their minds might be changing.
Mm.
You got both Aarons kind of both coming out and saying that they are considering, rocking out with each other. And you got to think it's a new GM, new head coach.
Yeah.
So it is going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
And they might be looking at it the same way we've been looking at it this year. Because what? If Aaron, if not Aaron, then who? A rookie?
Yeah. Yeah.
A
Exactly.
journeyman? Are they going?
And this is a team that still has enough talent to hopefully do something. Maybe they were really poorly coached and we could only pull off 4 or 5 wins, but
Justin
they still have
Fields?
talent.
They're gonna bring
Justin
they're
is,
gonna bring Sam Darnold back. I mean, what? Like I'm
yeah,
saying, like what? Who else?
and I mean you still have A-Rod under contract.
And you're pretty much a lock to get Devontae back if you keep Aaron.
If you keep Aaron, yeah.
Because Aaron, when Devontae said he was considering staying with the Jets even if Aaron left. So
really,
I mean, I think there's a world where they absolutely run it back with the Jets.
yeah. No, the more I've thought about it, the more realistic it is than having to change it up because. Yeah, going rookie quarterback is
It doesn't make sense for either person for either
it
side.
doesn't make sense for A-Rod to go leave and start something new.
Or I mean, so he can go to Vegas, he can go to Cleveland, what,
That's it.
Seattle,
Yeah,
Minnesota.
Seattle's probably still rocking with what's his nuts.
Notice how as I go on, it becomes more unlikely.
Exactly.
And it's literally just so basically Vegas, Cleveland, or stay with New York.
Yeah, and I mean, like when he left Green Bay, it was like he's going to be in this place. This is where he's going to win a Super Bowl or wherever, or go to an AFC Championship or whatever the fuck. I wouldn't expect him to change teams.
Well,
after
I
that
don't.
move, but
No, I don't think he cares. Like, I don't think he thinks he definitely doesn't feel like he owes anything to the Jets or
no,
whatnot.
but I think it would just put him in a worse situation to go and play for the Raiders, to go play for the Browns, to go start something new on a team that I don't know.
It just when I look at it, it's like you're Aaron Glenn, so you got to look at it like you can look at it half full or half empty because you're going in your first year. If you looked at it just on paper, right? First year as a head coach, the quarterback you get is Aaron Rodgers. Just that sentence,
yeah,
pretty much 2 years ago and before that, if that sentence was said, it's like, oh,
yeah,
coach. I mean, what? He's so coach of the year candidate. Like, what are we talking about? Like, so he's up. Like, he's good. He's solid.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, you got Aaron Glenn coming into a situation where there is just like if this Miami and Jimmy Butler shit wasn't happening, probably the most dramatic shit happening between players and organization.
Yeah,
probably. And
I mean, it has been for the past 2 years, but
even if you get this spiraling Aaron Rodgers back, and he is the first quarterback you get to use as a head coach, don't we already know what could happen with Aaron Rodgers in New York? Don't we play like shit? Not get anything done.
No,
continue to get hurt. I mean, just not have the team capable to win many games at all.
Do you think they? Yeah. See,
like, but I don't know if Aaron Glenn gets any blame whatsoever if Aaron Rodgers is the starting quarterback for the Jets next year. If Aaron Glenn makes a strong stance on going with this journeyman quarterback or this rookie quarterback or like a Justin Fields or whatever, there's a way more likely chance that you're going to be considering going to your second string quarterback if shit gets shaky. And then now you're getting looked at as, and I don't want to put him in the same box as like what happened last year with like, the okay, like Gerard Mayo, he
Yeah, I was
thought
about to say
he thought Brissett was the answer.
we saw what happened with Mayo.
I'm not saying he puts May in right away. He's got, he's locked. But what I'm saying is there might, it's a big risk going out there and picking up, like I said, like a Jacoby Brissett or a
Well,
Justin Fields or
it's.
a,
I mean, I would. I don't see them benching Aaron, but I would
no.
say maybe invest in a good backup if something does happen to Aaron. But
Yeah, but
I
even if
think
something happens to Aaron, there's still no blame because
exactly. But
I'm saying you got to pull your guy, the guy that you said this is who I want to be my starting quarterback.
yeah,
You're going to have to pull because of his poor performance.
yes,
You're not Aaron Rodgers is never going to get pulled from a game because it's like, all right, you suck. It's not going to
depends.
happen.
Depends on how
It's
bad
not.
it is.
No.
I
Put
thought
some
he did
respect.
this year. I don't know. I can't remember.
Put no. If Aaron
Maybe
Rodgers, I guarantee you, it's an Aaron Rodgers decision whether or not he finishes a game.
agreed.
I don't think the fucking interim head coach was calling
No,
too many shots on play time for Aaron.
agreed.
Um,
But no, I think it would look a lot worse for Aaron Glenn if we look back at the end of next season and we go, well, he could have had Aaron Rodgers, but instead he decided to go out and draft a quarterback and play him, or he decided to pick up Justin Fields or Sam Darnold or whomever. Like you have Aaron Rodgers again, terrible fucking year, but
but
still
it's a
fucking Aaron
win-win,
Rodgers.
dude. It's a win-win because if
But
he
I mean,
if
hopefully, I mean he should take control of this team. You have a new GM, so I don't see Aaron Glenn getting fired, and he's a respected enough coach in the league to not get fired, especially if Aaron plays like shit. So
But I think it's a win-win because if Aaron does have a three-peat of just shitters in New York,
yeah,
all right, no sweat.
no harm.
We'll see what a rebuild is gonna be like with Aaron Glenn. If you succeed with Aaron Rodgers for the first time as a Jet,
You're the
you were
guy
the
who
first
fixed Aaron Rodgers.
you were the first head coach to succeed with Aaron Rodgers as a Jet.
Exactly.
You weren't kicked out mid-season. You weren't,
Exactly.
it's like you
You weren't
weren't.
interim.
Yeah, it's like
You didn't make him tear his goddamn Achilles.
it's a win-win because if you come in because here's the thing, if he never tears his Achilles and balls out,
Yeah.
how much love is Robert Saleh really getting? Like it
Yeah,
would
no,
have been
agreed.
like
Yeah,
cool, but
yeah.
I'm saying either way it would have been like, but you have Aaron Rodgers.
Exactly. It's like,
It's
no, we knew they were good. Because the whole time we're talking like, oh, dude, fucking AFC Championship Jets, they're going there. And it's like, yeah, Salah would be kind of the opposite.
well, I
He
mean,
would get a knockdown and be like, yeah, Aaron's your guy. So,
well, you look at all these other coaches. I mean, okay, so Mike McCarthy was still having MVP years and playoff runs,
of course.
and it was like you can't get it done with Aaron Rodgers.
Of course.
They're not gonna put it on Rodgers or right now the front page on CBS fire McDermott. No,
Dude,
why would Sean McDermott get fired? There's
they've been
no.
saying that for 8
But why?
years now.
But why though? You're not gonna blame who's gonna possibly win MVP or be set or front runner MVP. It's like what you gonna blame Josh Allen?
Exactly.
Not absolutely not. So if I'm saying if Aaron came in first year, balled out, all right, Robert Saleh, that's cool, but you got Aaron Rodgers. Now it's like not to I don't know make it like dark, but it's like you got to think about it more like someone who was like a drug addict, and then you like sobered them up. It's like wow, like look at the impact you had on
Yes.
their
Yes.
life.
Yes.
But in this we're just gonna dumb it down to look at the impact you had on the later years in his career, and
Yes.
not like just serious substance abuse.
Or you're the dude who introduced Aaron Rodgers to drugs.
You could Aaron.
Like look at the positive impact ayahuasca's had on this fucking guy's life.
Well, Aaron Rodgers,
He
I feel
falls
like.
asleep to whales fucking and shit.
I mean, see, that's the thing.
Can't play football right anymore.
I'm not fully tapped into all of that.
No, I honestly don't. I don't give a shit. I
Nor do
wonder
I
how
really
many
want to
people
be.
actually watched his documentary. I
I
haven't
didn't
heard
watch
one
that
person
shit.
talk about it.
I didn't watch it.
I feel like this might sound bad, but women would watch that before.
Women definitely hate Aaron Rodgers.
Do they really?
There's no chance they like Aaron Rodgers. I don't think so. And he's super like, nah, there's no way. There's no way.
Ah,
There's no way. There's
I
no
I
way.
think women like Aaron Rodgers more than Tom Brady.
Mm, okay. We're two straight men on this platform. Are we really gonna act stupid?
No,
Are we really gonna play this dumb game?
I have
I
no
think
idea.
more. I think more women like Aaron Rodgers than Tom Brady.
Dude, we got to figure it out. You know
Devin,
how many
where's
women like
Devin?
you know how many
Devin,
women you know how many women like Ben Roethlisberger?
Devin. I got a kid on the way. I'm engaged. I'm as straight as can be.
You
Ain't
don't
no
want to talk about
fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. There's women that. There's no way. There's more women that like Aaron Rodgers more than Tom Brady. Let's not
I
play
don't know.
stupid. Bro, stop it. Why are you playing this game? Why are we playing this game? Why are we playing the I don't know. We can be honest, bro. We got eyes.
You sure they don't
People
like Vinny Testaverde?
they might more than Aaron Rodgers.
They might.
More than Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers these past couple years has looked like he stinks. And just it's like, bro, I mean, you gotta be real, bro. It's like
All right, they're football players. They
he's in the
stink.
he's in the forest barefoot, off ayahuasca and shit. Like he's a fucking weirdo. Like
Yeah, agreed.
nobody is like, damn, A-Rod. Like Tom Brady was married to. Why are we acting stupid? Why are we playing this game?
Dude,
Look, Aaron Glenn, rock out with.
Aaron was dating the female NASCAR driver. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah,
What are you talking about?
Aaron dated so many chicks that he might be dating a dude right now.
We're
I don't
getting
know.
way off track. This is gross. But also, fucking yeah, Brady's wife left for a bag of peanuts and a jujitsu lesson.
Yeah, okay. The
Also,
supermodel was able to go get some more ass. Damn, sorry, that's crazy. Like you're sitting here comparing two people on the same level who are able to leave and go out and get people on the same level. We're talking about Aaron Rodgers, bro. He's not going. Danica Patrick can go. Like, why are we playing this game?
no, I'm gonna be honest. I think Bill's got more pull than Tom though.
Get the fuck out of here.
I haven't seen Tom with a lady.
Bill's got more pull than Aaron. All right, Aaron's a
Bill's got
fucking
more pull
weirdo.
than I think a lot of people do.
The
Also,
only pull Aaron
he
has
doesn't.
more than is like what? Elon Musk. That's the only person that
I would
might
hope.
have worse.
No, dude,
like,
Elon's got tons of babies, dude. I mean, they're freaky, creepy, scary.
But we're
women,
talking
but
just like walking up to a woman and having a conversation. I'm probably putting my money on Aaron to bag her. Elon, it's like I don't know. Like, and you can't use money. You can't use money. Just straight
dude,
personality.
if we take money out of all these people's hands,
take money out of all people's hands. It's Tom Brady over fucking Aaron Rodgers.
pretty rough.
Why are we playing this dumb ass game? Why are we playing this dumb game, bro?
All right, this is getting.
I'm comfortable with my. I'm too comfortable. I'm too comfortable to lie.
I'm not sure I am, dude. This is
I'm
getting.
I'm comfortable enough, and you're gonna get exposed. You're too uncomfortable to admit it. It's fine. You think Aaron Rodgers is just the.
I don't think about their attractiveness.
The bagger of the year. He's just the bagger of the year, I guess. Aaron Glenn.
Action.
Aaron Glenn was the point of this conversation.
He
Obviously, you were too scared to have deeper conversations about anything, but that's fine. Aaron Glenn was the point of this conversation.
That was zesty, brother.
Is there anything else we have to say about Aaron Glenn? I mean, it's a win-win if you rock with Aaron Rodgers. Don't pick a fucking journeyman. Don't draft a quarterback this year. I think
one factor we haven't talked about: the color of his skin. So that's good for the NFL.
Thing we haven't talked about, and notice
because apparently it's a fucking huge deal in the hiring process.
See, that's the thing. Is like when you are just like skilled at what you do, and
when you're not fucking Antonio Pierce and you suck at your job.
When you have like the resume that you have, and you like, yeah, you're right. It's like I don't think one person was like, oh man, the race definitely impacted the decision on Aaron Glenn.
Like, no, this is the guy who's run a very good defense for a little while. So
and then like Antonio Pierce was a horrible head coach. So
Like top to bottom, one of the
awful.
worst.
Top, yeah, no, absolutely, just
Yeah.
one of the worst.
Like,
All right,
yeah, whatever.
Jimmy Butler, Devin.
Jimmy Buckets, man.
What comes to mind when I say that name, Jimmy Butler?
Coffee.
Coffee. Why is that?
He has a coffee company.
Does he?
Huh?
I mean, I'm always on a coffee during the pod. I might need to try it. I feel like
That ginger girl from ESPN. That's what I think of.
oh, you think
Rachel
okay?
Nichols, I think her name is.
You might be onto something. But Jimmy Butler, suspended indefinitely. It's over.
Indefinitely.
It's we knew it was over between him and Miami. But now it's like it's really
now. Question: you think he gets traded,
all right.
or do you think they pull the pettiest of petty cards and they hold on to this motherfucker all year, and they continue to suspend him, or just
Now,
just suspend him for the rest of the year? Indefinite could mean forever.
From what I've seen, what if I told you that Jimmy could pull an even pettier move?
What's that?
And opt in to his contract, and Miami is gonna have to pay him another $50 million next year.
Oh.
And he goes,
Well,
all right.
Can't they cut him?
They still have to pay him. It's fully guaranteed.
Oh.
This is the NBA.
The NBA is fully guaranteed.
I'm pretty sure the NBA is fully. Have you ever seen an NBA player get signed and then been told how much is guaranteed?
No.
Okay, it's fully guaranteed.
Yeah, no, I've never seen like a Steph Curry contract and they're like, yeah.
No, yeah, because it's fully guaranteed.
200 guaranteed.
And like that's kind of the reason why they're not trading him. Like, okay, all right, the same reason they're not going to cut him is the same reason why they haven't traded him yet. It's because that they want to get something out of it if they're going to lose him.
Of course.
So obviously they're not just going to cut him, but
they should trade him then.
Now, from what I've seen, there's a couple options because before yesterday, it was Phoenix or nothing.
Sure.
He said, and then it got to a point where he said he would go anywhere but Memphis, which I don't know why. What's up with him in Memphis? I really don't get
Memphis
why
or Minnesota.
Memphis. I don't
but
understand
he'll go to
why
Minnesota?
he's so. I don't. Well, I don't know about Minnesota, but one of his former teams apparently, there's reports of interest from Philly. There's reports of interest.
That to me makes sense, and I think with him, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure he enjoyed his time in Philly, or in that run.
It was definitely not as bad as like Minnesota.
No, it wasn't as bad as Minnesota.
From what I've seen,
did he go Chicago to Minnesota?
It was Chicago, Minnesota, yeah, and then Philly, Miami. It's so the top three teams. You got Phoenix, obviously still in the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Philly, and then Golden State's back in the conversation. The reason being is I think it's gotten to a point, and I mean even reports are saying that Miami's asking price has dropped.
Really?
I mean, well,
I guess it has to.
We're getting to the trade
Otherwise,
deadline.
they're going to get nothing out of him, and yeah, you're right. Have to pay him $50 million.
And from what I've seen, so there's this bro Sam Quinn 6 possible outcomes after his indefinite suspension. So he could get traded to the Suns, which we talked about. And see, there's a lot of news going around though. So Bradley Beal, apparently there was conversations with Phoenix and Chicago for a Levine Beal trade that Beal shut down because of his non-trade clause.
Sure.
So he's willing to go to Miami, but he's not willing to go to Chicago. So we know that. So him being willing, him already coming out and saying he'd be willing to, bypass or whatever the word I'm looking for, the no trade clause. I guess it is a good sign for Phoenix, and if they think they could get Jimmy Butler. Now this obviously path to he could get traded to another team by February 6th, and that's where Philly and Golden State come in. Now there's two different problems with him going to Philly and or Golden State. Golden State, so Philly, right?
Yeah.
For some reason, there's conversations surrounding Paul George.
Leave him?
Well, Paul George being traded for Jimmy Butler. Now, in my eyes, you just made the move for Paul George.
Yeah.
making the swap, I don't know. Like, I get it. The I don't know. NBA fans probably would just take Jimmy over Paul George in terms of like who they liked more. But if we're gonna be
Sure.
real,
It's a
like
lateral move.
Paul
No?
George is better than Jimmy Butler. Paul George has a deeper offensive bag.
Yeah.
He's a
But I
two
mean,
way. He's still 2 way. I mean, he's Paul George is better. I love
in
Jimmy.
terms of
PG is
production,
better.
at best, you're getting an equal product.
Sure, I'm. You said at best, maybe on Jimmy's level, like maybe at best,
No,
Jimmy
no,
could
I'm
could
saying that
match Paul
Jimmy,
George.
if you trade for them, Philly gets at best an equal to Paul George.
I don't know. We haven't seen Paul. Like, okay, if Paul George doesn't go through all these different teams and just stays the number one option, I think he could possibly pull off some shit Jimmy's been able to pull off, especially
Potentially.
in the East. I
For
mean,
sure.
I don't know. Like I said, the Paul George, the people love this shit on him, and people love Jimmy Butler, but I'm not gonna play stupid. When it comes to just a better player, I mean, it's Paul George. There's a reason why they made the move for Paul George. There's a reason why they paid Paul George, and giving him up for a player that has left already before. I mean, it's just I don't know. It's to me that's a no to me. That's a
Yeah.
no to me
Yeah.
because and it's also to me I look at it the same way for with like Beal. It's like all right, it's more better for Miami because you don't know what the fuck you're gonna get from Jimmy.
No, agreed.
In Jimmy's eyes, in Jimmy's words, he says whatever team he gets traded to, he wants to sign an extension and retire with. Okay.
He wants to sign like immediately?
Well, he wants to sign an extension because he's got 1 year left, so he wants to be extended.
And then retire with that
That's where
team.
we got the whole Shaq and Kenny. Well, this is where it all stemmed
But
from.
he's getting traded. He's not picking this team.
But this all stemmed from Miami not giving him an extension.
Yeah.
So he wanted to. Now he wants to leave. What are you confused about?
Well, I'm confused because he can become a free agent after getting traded this year. After the end of this year, he can become a
Mm-hmm.
free agent, find a team that he would want to go to that would want to pay him rather than
You're right.
whatever
I'm
team
just
he
saying.
gets traded to.
This is what he said. Now,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
wouldn't
know.
hate the move. I kind of would like the move to Golden State, but the problem is that you're giving up your
Way more.
future.
You got to give up way more and go to
You're
state.
giving up your future, but at the same time, it's like Steph is going to retire a Warrior. You're getting toward the end of Steph's career. Um, Steph doesn't want to play on a losing team, which they're somewhere in the middle of the pack right now. I'm not sure exactly where. Um, but you'd have to give up a Kuminga and maybe someone else and pick
But
or whatever the fuck.
you're not moving me when you say, we're gonna give Golden State Jimmy Butler for 3 or 4 guys in their rotation.
Agreed.
Like that's not
Doesn't sound like
when
much of
we
an
first
improvement.
started talking about like Jimmy Butler being on the trading block. That's beautiful. That's a bunch of
Mm.
conversations we can have. There's a bunch of narratives that can be pushed. But in terms of the options and teams he can land at, and this year in particular, I don't think he makes many teams a contender.
No,
And it's definitely not Golden State. I don't think a swap for Paul George is the answer.
no.
Phoenix, it's the best shot. And it's
And with
solely
Phoenix, it's like how much more production you get than a Bradley Beal?
well you're getting okay. Let's see.
Different play style,
You are going to get the defensive side of the ball, so the
of course.
the 2-way game. B, a obviously a demand for touches, I don't think as much as Bradley Beal maybe expected to have, because you got to think we're at the point where he's getting benched because of animosity in the locker room, and
Sure.
KD felt delegated to the corner and all this other shit. It's
And
like,
that was last year. It still hasn't changed.
so Jimmy's not like if he wants to go to Phoenix this bad. Okay, let's be real. Let's not play stupid. He's obviously had fucking conversations with KD and Book and all
Of
this, and
course.
like what I'm saying is, there's no way he's going there expecting to be the number one.
He better not be.
There's no way he's like, man, I just need to go to Phoenix so I can go in
That
there and
ego can.
I can just
His
carry
ego can go
KD and Book.
crazy.
But he's not stupid.
He liked being the number one in Miami.
But Jimmy's not stupid.
No.
Like, he's not stupid, and I do think he knows. I mean, the whole this before the extension, it was like, bro, can y'all get me some damn pieces in Miami? And and when he was with Philly, he
Well,
knew.
honestly, I think that's the bigger thing. It's like, nah, Jimmy could have actually done shit, and the fact that he was able to do so much more than that team could actually produce, and then now he's getting shit on. I mean, I get where Jimmy's at.
And Jimmy knew who Joel was.
Of
Like
course.
he knew what he was too, in terms of, how he stacked up to Joel on the 76ers. And
Yeah.
I think the more and more I hear that story about Minnesota, I feel like it was more of him being pissed the fuck off that Cat wasn't like, or someone like if we're using a player for example, like
Yeah.
he probably looked at Cat like, bro, you could be doing all this shit
Exactly.
and you're like the biggest bitch. Like,
Right.
I can't stand y'all. Like, I feel
Right.
like there's almost a part of him where it's like, golly, like y'all are way better, but I just gotta sit here and
Y'all are
bitch. I gotta
bums.
bitch all y'all out for
Yeah.
y'all to open your eyes.
Yeah.
And I think if he goes to Phoenix, he
And
knows
then
his
Cat's
role.
like, man, that was crazy when Jimmy came in.
He knows his role if he goes to Phoenix. I would hope so.
Yeah. I mean, I would imagine that he's still gonna want
But
some control,
But with Golden State, it says, they have a different problem. The Warriors don't have a single large salary player to send out for Butler. They would have to match money by cobbling several players. So they said Andrew Wiggins would be the biggest matching salary, and then they would probably throw in mid-sized salaries like Buddy Hield, Kyle Anderson, and Kevon Looney.
Yeah.
We're throwing in ands around here. We're not throwing in ors. We're throwing in ands.
We're throwing ands.
We're talking
three or four guys.
3 or 4 guys for Jimmy Butler. 35-year-old Jimmy Butler, bro.
Not a chance.
Like, I don't know. I
mean, I think that I'm wrong on the Golden State move. I forgot that they would have to give up everything.
Yeah, it's ideal. It's ideal if he's not making all this damn money.
But I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, well, that's fair. Like it's not a bad move if you can keep some of those pieces in Golden State and throw in Jimmy. But I think that Jimmy can provide more than Bradley Beal, but also give that team a different dynamic. Because I mean, on paper, that could be one of the greatest teams of the decade. And it should be.
It could be, yeah.
Even this team right now with Bradley Beal could be one of the teams of the decade.
It
and
should
instead
be.
they're a mid-level, fucking close to bottom of the barrel team. I don't not bottom of the barrel, but they're nowhere near their potential. And
you got 3 guys who can go out and average 30.
35 if you want to.
If they really want to.
If you really wanted to, they could average 30. But
that's the thing. You pull one of those guys out and throw in one that can average 22 and then play really, really, really good defense.
I think Jimmy can.
Bradley Beal.
I think Jimmy can give a different dynamic to this team and maybe run this team differently. And if he has to take a primary role, not in terms of scoring, but in terms of who leads this team, I think this team needs a leader. Same way they did when they brought in CP3. They needed a leader. They had a young team and whatever, but they might need something.
And Dallas waited too long. They waited till Clay started hitting fucking threes, and they were like, "Oh, well, we can't."
How many threes did he hit in that game? He hit 7 in the first quarter, and I didn't see anything after that.
It was 7.
So he didn't.
I don't know.
He didn't break his own record.
No, he did, which is crazy.
It's 14, I think, right? 13 or 14.
Is it? I don't know. That's a good question.
Because Steph had it for a while. I was 12.
We're NBA casuals.
Yeah, but that was back when I watched NBA.
Back
That was
prime
when that shit was cool, dude.
prime NBA viewership. Yeah, absolutely.
But what's crazy to me is like it's such like a consensus, Like obviously you have your NBA diehards, but when you talk about just like a regular sports watching fan, they're like, yeah, NBA is fucking hardcore falling off.
Well, no, the number one thing that is said about basketball, period, is I mean, it's like interesting the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, or
That's
in the
how
playoffs.
everybody words it. If there weren't all these narratives being pushed and all of this, well, okay, obviously it's like no, like there's people dedicated to this every single day, and they wake
Of
up and
course.
they're on TV talking about it. So there are diehard fans, but it's just in terms of sitting down and watching an entire basketball game.
It's pretty tough.
You that's the thing. It's like did Clay break his record? I don't know because I didn't watch a
I mean,
full
I'm
Dallas
assuming
Mavericks
that's how
game.
most fans kind of take in basketball content.
Yeah, I mean I'm not watching
Clips and
it's
headlines
also
and shit.
I mean it's 82 fucking games every single day. If they wanted to set aside one day and let me sit there on YouTube TV and watch all of them at once,
Sure.
bruh, okay, cool. I could do that just how I do with NFL, but it ain't that. They don't.
No.
It ain't that, Devin. Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis recently was talking to reporters, and he said that
Did he get spanked again?
by
His teammates? Did you see that? You've seen that video. Him in Kentucky in the locker room.
I feel like I have like
They
it's like
pulled his pants down.
cloudy.
They spanked him, and he was laughing the whole time.
That's really weird. All right.
He was having a blast. Damn, this podcast is getting weird, and it's my fault.
It's not weird if you don't say that. It's like because here's the thing.
Nah, it is weird. I just brought up a dude getting his butt spanked.
No, yeah, but like you got to think though. In 2025, to a lot of people, that's normal.
It's true.
So it's like hey,
what?
bruh,
Talking about it or doing it?
just some dudes having some fun with each other.
Agreed.
Like to a lot of people,
Happens.
that's the normal thing. Either way, like you got to think of like the pivot when Channing Crowder's like, y'all don't just walk around with your dick out, and everybody's like, no, bro, like what's wrong? He's like, come on, walking out, just walk around with your dick out. It's like, bro, to some people, it's just
normal shit.
It is what it is. Now back to the point.
Yeah. Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis came out and said, he feels that Lakers need a big. Lakers need another big. He wants to move to the 4. Now, why are you making that face? Now,
Motherfucker's 7 foot. What are we doing?
So you're telling me you don't think that the Lakers could do more if AD was moved to the 4? Anthony Davis is a
probably.
4.
Yeah, no, he is.
Well, I mean, in 2020.
But how many teams got 2 7-footers?
Well, see, here's the thing, though.
Plus LeBron James.
He can have a big and play in the 4, and or a big to rotate with at the 5.
But what is AD going to be shooting more? Is that what he wants?
Well, no, at the fucking 4, no. He just wants. I mean, you got to think it was one of his biggest points was in 2020 he had bigs like JaVale and Dwight to come in and rotate with him, and it helped.
Right. That's fair.
It did work.
That's fair.
You gotta look at it where it's like, okay, no, if Rui Hachimura was healthy and then wasn't injured, maybe the Dorian Finney-Smith trade has actually been an improvement. I think they're like 9-4, 9-5 since trading D'Lo. So somewhat of an improvement, but nothing that's going to put them in contender conversations. But if you were able to move AD to the 4, still have a LeBron at 40 years old rolling, I'd say a big is ideal. I don't know if that's necessarily still the Lakers' biggest problem in terms of talent on the court, because obviously I think injuries have a big thing to do with the Lakers this season, but also
the lack of shooting.
If you could throw somebody next to Austin Reeves, maybe.
Yeah.
Or like, and it's the bro.
How's Connect fared out? I haven't heard much of him.
He's been cool, and it's not okay. It's nothing that's it's nothing that is worth being talked about, and it's at the end of the day, I don't really understand how we can sit here or anybody else that wants to have a conversation about LeBron and the NBA have the same exact conversation and know the same exact formula on on how to build a championship team with LeBron James, and NBA teams still don't do it.
Yeah.
If y'all get some shooters,
they did it for 10 straight years, and Bron didn't really have a team like that.
Yeah,
You
well, I
get a
mean,
couple bigs,
it's
you get a
been
couple shooters,
a
you're making the
yeah,
finals.
it's been a while now where it's like, yeah, no, at this point, it is 40-year-old LeBron who should still be running the fucking floor.
Yeah.
You
You get
got your
two.
shooters.
Fuck AD. You get two okay bigs.
No, not fuck AD.
No. I'm not saying fuck.
Let AD cook.
I'm saying if you got Kevin Love and Tristan Thompson, you can make a fucking finals. So if you got AD and some other big motherfucker, you can make a finals.
Okay,
But
so
you
then
gotta have someone who can shoot the ball.
and to me, I'm talking. You got AD at the 4. All we need is we need a glass cleaner.
Yeah.
We need someone who can go up there, get some
Bring
boards,
Dwight back.
go up there. Okay, Dwight tweeted. He said it ain't that hard to find a center. He tweeted. Now I'm not gonna lie. Don't think they're bringing Dwight.
Center
back.
of what? Center of a
Stop
Tootsie
it!
Pop?
Stop it! Stop it! Don't go there. You said you ain't want to make this podcast any more weird. You're doing it again. You're doing it. No, let's not do that. Let the man live. Let him do what he wants to do in his off time.
How many licks does it take, Dwight?
Dwight Howard. Now, is there a world where the Lakers get absolutely nothing done by trade deadline and have to fucking
say that's
Dwight?
pretty much
They're
almost guaranteed to happen. Yeah.
There's a possibility, but there are some names that the Lakers. Now, here's the thing, though. There's some names that the Lakers have reportedly already shut down. But Miami, at one time, shut down any rumors of Jimmy being traded. So I'm saying this might be a game of, we don't want you. You got a better offer? Like, you got something.
Sure.
You got something. What if we gave you this instead? Like, it's like there can be so many reasons as to why someone or a team's going to come out and say, we're not interested in you. Yeah. You might not want to just seem as desperate. You might want more. Either way, there are some names like, okay, got Vucevic in Chicago. Obviously, a lot of people talking about Zach LaVine, yada, yada. There was a DeMar DeRozan hype last year and where he could go. Maybe we can switch over, grab a big, grab Vucevic. They're saying no. You can go over. What were we looking at?
What about Sabonis? If you're going to trade De'Aaron Fox, why not trade Sabonis?
That's a good question.
I heard De'Aaron doesn't want to go to the Lakers. It's weird that they're doing this now. Huh?
He wants to go to the Spurs.
Good for him. That'd be cool.
It's cool, but I mean,
it's definitely not a win now.
But I'm kind of with you, like with the Jimmy shit. It's like, what, you're getting traded? Like what?
Yeah.
Like what? Like at the end of the day, you're going where we send you.
Exactly. Now
we could respect you.
I think that there's more player input in De'Aaron Fox's trade than there is Jimmy's trade. Like the Heat are petty and they're going to send Jimmy wherever the fuck they want to.
I don't know. I think there might be a thin line between petty but professional enough to still. I gotta disagree. I think they would have traded away Jimmy for a bag of chips if that was the case. Then pennies in my prime, as D-Hop put it.
It's true.
Traded me for pennies in my prime, because they're still gonna trade him to the damn Suns. They're still gonna give him what he wants.
No, of course.
We know it.
But you also get Bradley Beal, so not terrible.
It's not. You're not getting a bag of chips.
No.
You got. Now, there were names like, okay, if you just want like a glass cleaner, they threw out like Jacob Poeltl. Not really interested. Jacob Poeltl, the guy named after the game.
Jakob.
Now there's just see, here's the thing. It's like, how do I really feel about all these bigs? I don't know, but I think they could get the job done. You trade for a Nicholas Claxton.
Mm.
Maybe you trade for a Robert Williams. Maybe you trade for a Jonas Valanciunas. Hey,
Valanciunas would be nice.
I mean,
Is he
he's
still a
wasting.
Pell?
He's in DC. He's wasting his time. What, with 4
I'm
fucking
a
wins,
fake
bro?
fan.
He's wasting his time as a Wizard. Bro can
Yeah.
get out of there and go cook in LA.
Yeah.
But there's one big name that's been ringing off where there's been reports of this player potentially, or this team possibly being interested in trading away this player, who over all of these bigs would obviously be a bigger name or just bigger impact. Pacers are considering trading away Miles Turner.
Mm.
Now, if you went Miles Turner and AD, now we're like
Pretty
now
sick.
we're having contender conversations.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like, all right, you throw in Nick Claxton or whatever. It's like, all right, let's see what happens.
Well, yeah, maybe, yeah.
You throw in a Miles Turner.
Miles Turner.
Now you're having contender conversations. You know whose career is being wasted right now? Colin Sexton's in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's cool. You're there. Y'all winning games, but you could go.
Shit, all the Cleveland's being wasted right now, bro.
What are you talking about, bro?
They're not going to win a chip.
Well, yeah, no, they're going to have a really great... we said this in the beginning of the year. They're going to have a really good regular season. They're going to have a really good regular season. And then fall in the playoffs. But with that being said, if you're going to let Mitch and Donovan... if you're going to let Mitch and Garland cook, bro, send Sexton out of there. I'm saying you... I mean, there are some options. Obviously, if you don't want... If what's his name? De'Aaron Fox don't want nothing to do with the Lakers, all right, so be it. Still could look for somebody.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. You got AD and I'm assuming probably LeBron asking for a big. And we all know that they could use more shooters around them. I would be super disappointed if they didn't make a move before a trade deadline.
Any move, yeah. I mean, I don't know where they're sitting again, but they're a playing team. I'm assuming that they'll be a playing team by the end of the year. Maybe better, maybe worse, but if they don't make any moves,
I mean,
did they make any moves last year, or were they just lackluster?
That's a good.
Because I feel like we got to this point, and it was either they made no moves or they made like a fucking whatever move.
No, we were definitely sitting here like,
because Rui was the year before.
We were sitting here, DeMar.
We were talking DeMar the whole.
I mean, every big name, it's a landing. LA is a landing spot. But
then to go out and get nobody.
To go out and get nobody would be a shame, and it's pretty much saying, we don't care that LeBron is still a monster at 40. We're just gonna waste it. We're just gonna waste his time.
I know it sucks.
And we're gonna waste AD. We're just gonna continue to waste AD's prime.
AD's entire career has been wasted, essentially.
Pretty much.
Cool, you get the 2020 championship or whatever, but he was a fucking Pelican for 8 years or however long.
8 years? Golly, how long do you think the man's been playing?
How long was he a Pelican?
I don't...
Wasn't he drafted in like 14 or something?
Yeah, so I mean, what? 5 or 6
13
years?
or 14? 5, 6 years? Whatever. That's a long-ass fucking time to be a Pelican.
Time. But 8 years, holy shit.
I don't know, I'm making shit up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're the smartest person on earth. It's 8 fucking years.
Are you serious?
Dude, that was just like, you play with my mind. That was like time, like facts that will mess up your, time concept.
He was there forever, dude. When did
his whole career was wasted.
When did he hit the league? 12?
20. Oh, God. Now I gotta, let's see, Anthony. He was, what was it, 2012, 2013 season.
Okay.
Yep, whole career has been wasted. That's awesome. That is great.
I mean, he gets a
fantastic
whatever chip, but
Are they going to be able to pull off a Sexton and Miles Turner trade? I'd say absolutely
probably not.
But if they could
one of them would be cool.
If they could get a Miles Turner and a shooter, or a Sexton plus just a big,
they're at a high risk for getting neither. But honestly, I think if they can get an okay big and a fairly good shooter, I think they'll be okay. They don't have to go out and get Miles Turner, but if you can get a Valanciunas or a Podol or whomever, just a big ass dude,
Nick
You can
Claxton,
work with
Robert,
that.
Robert Williams.
Robert
He's
Williams.
wasting his time in what was it, Portland? I mean, it's just Jonas
Yeah.
Valanciunas in Washington, bro. It's like there are options, and
Yep.
that's the problem. We know there's options. We know they can make moves. We know they're willing to make fucking moves. So,
Are they?
Russell
Well,
Westbrook.
they want to. They talk about it.
Russell Westbrook, however many times they want to send D'Lo to Brooklyn. I mean, yes, the Lakers make moves. There's absolutely. I mean, what are we
Yeah,
talking
but it's. I mean, Bronny dropped 31 in the G League, so send his ass back up.
about? He's a warrior.
He is Warrior. You're right. Yeah,
Dennis
you're
Schroeder
right.
is a warrior because we were
My
talking
bad.
about
My bad.
trade
He did
back
have
to
2
back.
stints in LA though. Either way.
But yeah, no, that's a shame. Aaron, Anthony Davis's entire career pretty much just been wasted.
Honestly.
Sick. All right.
Did you not want to entertain my Bronny? Bring Bronny back up
He did get brought up.
again.
Mm-hmm.
Is he up there right now?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I believe so. I believe he was brought up a couple of days ago.
Yeah. Well, he dropped 31 in the G. I didn't know he came back.
Shit, there you go. You dropped 31. I mean, Bronny's he's doing what he's doing, but yeah, no, I believe he was brought up a couple of days ago. So,
Good for him.
It is what it is. But, we got a game. We got a game. I got some athletes for you. I got some athletes for you to guess, Devin. 5 facts, 3 athletes. And you're gonna guess them. I'm gonna give you the facts. So, first athlete. This player was on 4 teams plus 1 practice squad. This wide receiver was a 1-time Pro Bowler and 1-time Super Bowl champion. And all 4 teams were in the NFC.
All 4 NFC teams. And you're saying he's a Super Bowl champion.
He's a Super Bowl champion, and he's a
1-time
Pro Bowler. 1-time
Pro Bowler, 1-time Super Bowl champ.
1-time Super Bowl champ.
He's been on a practice squad.
Been on 1 practice squad.
Huh.
He was on.
All right, let me go through NFC
practice squad.
Super Bowl champs. Bucks, Rams, Eagles. Eagles. Is this recent or how? I don't know.
I don't know.
Give me a crew.
Give you a. Okay. He went to Notre Dame.
Oh fuck. Damn, I wish I had a deep knowledge of Notre Dame football players.
Sometimes it helps. Sometimes it don't.
Hines Ward didn't. His AFC, whatever. Fucking stupid jackass. And Notre Dame does not help. God damn it.
If you're wondering why all these are so broad, it's because the last one is the answer. So.
Let me take a wild guess. This is wild.
Okay.
Alshon Jeffrey.
It is not Alshon Jeffrey.
Okay.
This player allegedly fucked his teammate's wife.
Did I not hear about this?
Oh, you 1,000% know about it. We've talked about it on the pod. Oh man, it's.
Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Dougie B, dude.
Nope. The other one.
Who's the other one?
The other one that got traded because he fucked Russell Wilson's wife.
Was it not Doug?
Did Doug Baldwin get traded from Seattle?
No.
Okay. There you go.
Jermaine Kearse?
Bro.
Am I stupid? Who the fuck is the other guy?
There's no way you're going to go over 1 on this. There's no way. I mean, you're there. You're there. You know it.
No, I
You
know.
know exactly who it is. He's been on 4 teams. He's only been a Pro Bowler once.
GT. Golden Tate.
Golden Tate is the
Yeah,
answer.
damn it.
Golden
I
Tate.
honestly forgot about that name.
Yeah, he was
And
recently
he did
on
go to
the
Notre Dame.
he was recently on Marshawn's pod, and he said that it wasn't true, which
It's
obviously
false. Obviously, it's true.
I
What
don't
is he
know.
gonna be
Look,
like? Yeah.
I
Who's he
don't
gonna
know
come
what's
out and be like, yeah, I fucked Russ?
well. I mean, it's his ex-wife, so does he? Either way, I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know if it's true or if it's not. All right, this next player.
That's when he became Mr. Unlimited.
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 This player was a 7-time Pro Bowler.
Fuck.
He was the fastest to reach 10,000 receiving yards ever.
Megatron?
Nope. First name is Quintoris.
You hit me with a first name again, dude? Fuck.
He's played for 4 teams.
4 teams?
He's played for 4 teams.
You know what's the dumbest thing that I've ever thought of? My first guess after Calvin Johnson was Hines Ward. Quintavious Ward just sounded right.
Chardavius Ward.
Yeah, see, that's why it sounded right.
Um.
Leave me here for a second.
Okay.
7 Pro Bowls. His name's Quintavious.
Quintoris.
Quintoris, asshole.
Fastest to reach 10,000 receiving yards, and was on 4 teams.
Fuck's name's Quintoris. Terrell Owens?
Yeah.
T.O.?
No.
Was it
No.
CTO?
It's definitely not T.O.
Is it a C or a K? It's a Q.
It's a Q. Quintoris.
I'm so fucking lost right now.
Quintoris.
I'm pissed that I don't know a dude named Quintoris.
Only 11 wide receivers since 2000 have been drafted higher than him.
First round draft pick. Probably top 10.
Well, only 11 since 2000 have been drafted higher than him.
Higher than top 10.
4 teams. Quintoris.
Dude, I'm beyond stupid. DK's name, he didn't, I don't know. No, not DK.
So, as a receiver with 7 Pro Bowls, the fastest to reach 10,000 yards. Since 2000, only 11 receivers have been drafted higher than he's been drafted. He's been on 4 teams. He obviously doesn't go by his government.
Clearly not.
Problem is, you don't know who's not going by their government.
No.
You're like, oh.
I'm trying to think of receivers who played on 4 teams and were fast.
You want the answer?
Is it Randall Moss?
No, it wasn't Randall Moss. Let me know when you give up.
One more guess.
Okay. Man.
Am I stupid for not knowing this?
I mean, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it was harder than I thought, but like, it's just the fact that I thought you'd be spewing out a lot more receivers.
I'm just the Quintoris is pissing me off. I don't even know what that means.
There's no wide receiver like that's up there that you could think like maybe that's not his first name.
Seven Pro Bowls?
Mm-hmm. fastest to reach 10,000 receiving yards. All right.
Brandon Marshall.
So this player who had 7 Pro Bowls and was the fastest to reach 10,000 receiving yards, who played on 4 teams, only had 11 wide receivers drafted higher since 2000. Devin, it's Quintorris Jones. It's Julio Jones.
You gotta be kidding
It's Julio Jones.
His name's Quintorris.
His name is Quintorris. It's not Julio.
Is his middle name Julio?
That's actually a good question. For some reason, I don't remember the answer
Why
to
the
it.
fuck did I not think about Julio?
Yeah, no, it's Quintorris Lopez Jones. So no.
Lopez.
Yeah. There you go.
Is he Hispanic?
But yeah, the first player for fastest to reach 10,000, only 11 wide receivers did that. I don't know. I thought it was a gimme. Maybe I suck.
No, I mean it was just the Quintorris that threw me off because I was trying to think of dudes, but it makes a lot of sense. I mean, and Julio's also a name that I forget about a lot.
Yeah, but then
just because it was like he had such a huge career in Atlanta, and then it was like Tennessee,
but like it makes sense.
Philly,
Tennessee, Philly, Tampa Bay,
Tampa. Yes,
but it makes sense though. It's like his name's not Julio.
No, but I mean, fucking Quintorris.
It does start to make sense.
What, Lopez?
Quintorris Lopez Jones Jr.
Yeah, none of that makes any sense. But Julio, yeah, no.
And then the final player, Devin. This player has the most receiving yards all time for a running back. He's played for 2 teams. He's not top 10 in all-time rushing yards. Which shocked me. I thought,
You thought he'd be up there?
Oh, I mean, if most receiving yards for a running back all time, I figured you'd be top 10 in rushing yards.
Sure, yeah.
But you're not. Played for 2 teams.
I'm trying to think of receiving backs.
Went to San Diego State.
Home of Kawhi Leonard.
There you go.
And Steven Strasburg.
Okay.
I think he went there.
I have no clue who bro is.
World Series MVP.
Gotcha.
Oh,
got a guess? What are we working with?
Priest.
It's not Priest Holmes. This player had 4 straight 2,000 total yard seasons.
4 straight? Oh. Christian.
No.
This is not Christian McCaffrey?
Most receiving yards for a running back all time?
Not yet, no. I'm an idiot.
San
I
Diego
just got caught
State?
up in the two teams again.
San
I keep
Diego State?
attaching to the dumbest stats. Huh?
San Diego State?
Nope, he definitely went to Stanford. What is wrong with me, dude? I was like, yeah, it's Christian McCaffrey.
Dude, Chris McCaffrey.
You stinky bastard.
4 straight 2,000 total yard seasons.
Yeah.
He's not top 10 in all-time rushing yards. But he does have the most receiving yards for a running back. Damn, dude. Maybe, honestly, this should be a compliment. Because, like, I was like, damn, he might get this on the first guess. Like, my expectations were better.
Way high.
Super.
That's a compliment?
I mean, I guess to you.
Yeah.
But now it's like,
kind of.
But
now it's like this guy's brain doesn't.
But now it's like, I know next time I can be like, this guy wore red.
Fuck you. God damn it. Alright, Quintorris threw me off. This is throwing me off a little bit. I'm trying to think of running backs. All I can think of is fucking Golden Tate.
Dude, top 3.
Beating on
Top
his name's wife.
Top 3 receiving backs all time. Go.
Alvin Kamara. Fuck. Ooh.
Come on.
This might be the dumbest guess. Matt Forte.
No.
Damn it.
He had 4 straight 2,000 total yard seasons, Devin.
Oh, Marshall.
Yes, it's Marshall Faulk. Thank you. Thank you.
I was
Oh
thinking
my
so recent,
God. I
just the
know.
whole time.
I know. It's Marshall Faulk.
Marshall is the greatest receiving back of all time,
He's like he's like 12th in rushing,
which makes sense.
but he's not top 10. So as soon
He
as
was
I saw he
OPY and
wasn't
he had
top 10,
1,000 receiving yards.
yeah, bro was an absolute baller. So Marshall Faulk was the answer.
What an
But
idiot.
with all that being said,
I don't know what college that motherfucker went to.
I know
San
that
Diego
San
State.
Diego State.
Yeah, good for him.
I guess with all that
Fucking
being said,
MC.
we talked championship week. We talked the Jets and if they're doubling up with the Aarons. We talked Jimmy Butler, Anthony Davis, and the Lakers. Guess the damn athletes. Is there anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
I really don't care about like the spaceship stuff. Like I don't know why people give a shit. Like, oh, they have rockets in space. Fuck off. That's one of my pet peeves. Just rockets. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Fly Eagles fly.
All right.
See what this world has come to, man. I gotta sit out here and root for the fucking Eagles.
You don't have to. These Eagle fans are making it real hard.
They are.
They're making it real hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. They're making it a little hard.
Now, it was funny. There was a video of 2 Skins fans leaving the link, and they were walking, just getting yelled at by a bunch of Philly fans, and one of the dudes just takes his Commander's beanie off his head, and then the guy like goes and tries to get it. And they're like, "Look at these pieces of shit, sacks of shit, Philly fans taking a man's hat." And then you go back to what was that, week 6 or week 7 or whatever when we played y'all, and you got a Ravens fan beating the brakes off of their Commanders fans. And it's like, yeah, I get the Philly fans are bad, but it's really not. It's not that bad.
First of all,
but no, but I'm saying like when that happened, when that Ravens fan did that, it wasn't like all Ravens fans blow dick.
well, no,
when the Philly fan did it was like,
yeah, because it's not expected.
No, yeah, sure.
When Philly fucking wins the NFC Championship and shots fire off, no, like not like
yeah.
It was more like, yo, you saw that video because it was on camera, not because it happened.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, it was. I don't know. Baltimore, we got some fans, but we ain't Philly.
Yes.
We ain't Philly.
Yes.
We ain't Buffalo.
But no, it's just funny. Like anything that's Philly related, they're like, these guys fucking sacks of garbage, which
they are.
Yeah, calling a woman a C word and whatever, all that sucks. But
they are. I mean,
taking a man's hat, not the worst offense.
I mean, but Devontae said Washington's fan base sucks, which I don't know where
we
he
do.
got. But where did he get that from?
I think it's just because,
you know.
I mean, I think more of his was like just.
If anything,
we didn't really have that many. Like, we don't really show out when we suck. You know?
But if anything, it was y'all. I thought it was y'all owners that players would hate. You know, it's like
no, of course, but like no, if y'all have a bad season, if like the Ravens have a bad season, the stadium's packed. If we have a bad season, no one's going.
Oh, so maybe it's like those terms of fan base.
I think he's just saying like the fan base.
Okay.
Like, we're not assholes or whatever, but it's like we don't necessarily have the best fans just because we've had 30 years of absolute dog shit.
It's fine.
Nothing to hope for.
One good year, and now y'all about to have a crazy stadium renovation.
We better, dude. I might actually go to a game.
I already saw.
I'm not going to FedEx Field or whatever it's called now.
Oh no, it's still gonna be FedEx Field.
They changed the name.
It's gonna be the Super FedEx Field.
There we go.
Whatever it is.
Super sewage leaks.
With all of that being said, it is time to get out of here. We'll be back on Saturday to discuss more of these rumors going on. Talk about some Jalen Hurts, or have some Jalen Hurts convos. Actually got a convo for you about Patrick Mahomes as well. We got some things to talk about. Another game against the athlete. But with all that being said, hopefully you enjoyed this episode of On It. We'll be back on Saturday. Brand new episodes every Tuesday and Saturday. It has been me. It has been Devin. It has been real. We are out.
Fuck off.